The question that I keep getting is like, well, when is this asset bubble going to pop? When is this this overpriced, ridiculous, insane asset bubble, the everything bubble, going to pop? And my opinion, just my opinion, it's probably not going to. I am going to break from the pack on this one. The asset bubble is probably not going to pop, and the reason being is for the reasons that I've gone over probably half a dozen times in the last couple of weeks, but I'll try and condense this a little bit. Both sides, so-called red and blue, both sides, whether it's what's her name, Giggles, or Orange Man, it doesn't really matter. Both of them, their job is to protect the dollar at all cost, right? That means they have to make sure that the dollar, it maintains its position on the world stage, okay? Now, they will destroy every American in this country to do that. Make no mistake. Like, no, Orange Man loves us. Make America great is not the same as make Americans great. That is not the same thing. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, someone has to tell you guys the truth, because no one else apparently will. I'm telling you the fucking truth. Both of these people, their job is to keep the dollar alive, because to deal with all this fucking debt that they have all created, right? I mean, like, this is their thing, okay? So if that means import shit tons of illegals, in the case of Giggles, then that's what she's going to do. I mean, millions and millions more, and they're not going anywhere, okay? If it means that Orange Man is going to import a whole bunch of legals, right? Just throw open the doors and say, okay, well, hey, you all have amnesty now, and as long as you have a job, doing something for way below market rate, you should be wanting $55 to $75, maybe even $300 an hour to do that job. But as long as you're doing it for $12 an hour, then you can stay. It doesn't matter which one of these fucking clowns, man. They don't care about the long-term health of the country. They just don't. Just like most CEOs don't care about the long-term health of the company. That's the next guy's problem. What do they give a shit about that? They care about their bonus. They care about next quarter. That's it, okay? This is the epitome of short-term thinking. And I'm criticizing both sides on this, because both of them need to have this happen. So no, they will prop it up with endless amounts of slave labor. Make no mistake, that is exactly how they're going to do this. They're just going to keep bringing more people in, legally or otherwise, doesn't matter. And they're just going to keep propping this bullshit up. Well, but we can get rid of the ones that are violent and everything. You mean the ones competing against the FBI and the ATF? I don't care about those guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, I care, but like, I care more about the guys that are competing against the American people for jobs, not against, Big Pharma. Because, well, but they're drug dealers. So is Big Pharma. And frankly, I'm not a big fan necessarily of Bill Maher, although I do think he gets it right sometimes. And he was right about this. I haven't seen a difference between Big Pharma and street dealers. It's the same shit. They're both pushing, hey, your life sucks. Here, take this. Don't actually do anything with your life. Don't actually make any changes. Don't maybe change your diet a tiny bit. Don't get a little bit of exercise. Don't do any of that shit. No, fuck that. Take a pill. Do a line, whatever. Like, smoke this. It's like, and by the way, that's a personal decision. You guys can make whatever decisions you want. I mean, I'm no man's judge. You do whatever you want to do. People are far from perfect, myself included. But dude, let's be real here with this, okay? No, that's who they're competing with Big Pharma. They don't want to have those guys competing, right? They're competing with that kind of stuff. They're not competing in the conventional sense, for jobs. And the fact is that we should be protective of jobs. I know that's all fun and games to laugh at the South Park episode. They took our job, and that's all fun and games until it's your job, right? And until you're like, hey, hold on a second here. I mean, like we've kind of been doing a lot of work. We've, younger people, we've gone to colleges, we did all this stuff, and like, hey, we kind of have to have something to do so that we can participate in the economy like everybody else, and like our parents did, or grandparents did, and that's not happening. Again, it's all fun and games until it happens to you. And then it's like, well, hold on a second here. You're like, well, yeah, I mean, and companies are outsourcing everything to China and India, respectively. anywhere they can to find the cheapest possible labor. Again, they don't really care about the long-term health of the country or the company. I don't care about that. They care about just making money. Making money has become literally everything. And before you guys, because I know my comments always get filled with this. They're like, this is all the fault of capitalism. I'm going to address this. Okay, once and for all, I hope. I know it's not going to be, there's going to be like 50,000 new followers or something like that, and then it'll all start over again, right? I get that. But let me just try and help you out with this. If you're in your garage and you make something, right, and then somebody, you try to go sell to somebody, that is a free market, if you want to call it, capitalist type system, right? And the people that, like, maybe there's somebody who wants to invest in your business. The difference is the investment they make is a risk. They are supposed to be taking a risk of losing money. Right now, we don't have that because we have central banking. And central banking keeps bailing all these people out, all these fake billionaires. They keep bailing them out, right? This is why in a previous video, I pointed out that it doesn't make any difference what ism it is, whether it's socialism, communism, fascism, capital, it doesn't matter. If it has a central bank, you're going to end up with this. You're going to end up with the masses pretty much working for like a handful of people that claim they own every fucking thing. You understand? It will happen every single time because the people you're competing against are people printing dollars from nothing. How do you compete against a competitor if they're just printing money whenever they feel like it? Imagine playing Monopoly with a player, and one of the players who says, I'm going to be the banker, and he literally just keeps printing money to help to bail him out. You will never win against an opponent like that. Never. Actually, there is a way to win against them. You have to